Two top 10 teams in the state meet in a district semifinal showdown as conference champions, Lexington and Willard. Led by league players of the year, Max Dawson and Brayden Fogle, take center stage in a live and free playoff showcase that's streaming anywhere internet can be found as the Minutemen and Flashes go head-to-head right here on the OH Report. Next.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
EBERT Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Let's drive into the SCHAFFER pre-game show for a battle between two of the top 7 teams in Division II tonight. Brian Skowronski and Joe Balogh sitting courtside tonight. And I don't think I've seen the area this excited for back-to-back games in a long time. Joe, we have got a packed house here inside of your gym yet again. I guarantee it's going to be another electric atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was standing room only the first game, and I think there's still people coming in. We had to
put 10 extra minutes.
We had to delay the game 10 extra minutes to try to continue to get people in this gym. So, as we said, district play is special because usually you're in an arena that's big enough, but it's packed. I mean, I remember playing a lot of our district games at Ashland University when they had even more seats.
Yeah.
And just full house. So. Exciting environment for players to be in. These types of games are games you remember for a long, long time.
And we've got two fantastic teams going head-to-head tonight. We'll begin by telling you about Willard and their story so far on the season. Ranked number 7 in Division II. They absolutely smashed Margaretta in their second meeting of the year to get a piece of that Sandusky Bay Conference title. And they've been executing at a very high level down the stretch, averaging over 68 points per game over their last 8, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, they've been scoring. I mean, they scored 67 against Shelby but still lost by 20.
Right.
But Shelby, from everyone I talked to, that was maybe the best game of the year that Shelby had played. Good thing is they bounced right back in the sectional final and knock off a Vermilion team, and now have earned the right here to play in the district semifinals.
And there's no question about who the leader of the franchise is. How about the Sandusky Bay Conference Player of the Year, Max Dawson, our area stats leader, winner for scoring. And we span over 10 counties, Joe. So we're talking about a cat that he can put it up for some big-time numbers, over 26 per night.
But Max is not just a scorer. I think he averages, I think about 6 assists a game. Well, actually, just over 3 assists a game. But he's a facilitator, but he understands the game so well that he gets other guys involved, but then when it kind of comes crunch time, he can get his own shot. One of the outstanding players to come through Willard, which there are many, in the mold of a Jimmy Langhurst, Nick Dials, who is in the house tonight. So he has established himself as one of the great.
And you talked about those two fantastic players. Mad Max, third all-time on the career scoring list. And at most programs show, if you put up over 1,800 points, you're way at the top of the totem pole.
Yeah, but that's why Willard has had such great tradition, because they've had great players. Joe Bedingfield took over this program when maybe it was down a little bit, but has done an outstanding job, has an outstanding staff with his head assistant, Dave Hershey. So they'll be well prepared. They'll be as well prepared a team as Lex is going to see all season tonight.
And they got very battle tested, of course, this year within the Sandusky Bay Conference. I mentioned the fact that they needed to beat the Polar Bears on the second to last game of the regular season for them, then knocked off Vermilion to win the league title by 38 and 16 points collectively. So they're starting to really hit their stride, I think, down the stretch.
And the interesting thing, if you look at their 4 losses, all 4 of their losses came at home. So I believe they're undefeated on the road, and they're in their road uniforms tonight, so might be a good omen for the Flashes.
Yeah, no question about it, but their opponent tonight, a great one. State number 3 Lexington, undefeated in OCC play, 21 wins on the year, and they just won 20 regular season games for just the 3rd time in their storied program history, Joe, led by a very talented sophomore class.
Yes, their sophomore class is outstanding, 14-0 in the OCC. As I've said, anytime you can go undefeated in the conference shows you're a really good basketball team. 2 losses. One to Gahanna Lincoln on a Sunday night,
right,
on Martin Luther King weekend. And then they lost to one of the perennial powers in the state at home the last game of the regular season to OG 58-54. But Coach Hamilton's going to have this team ready. Scott does a great job in preparation and running really good offensive stuff.
One of those amazing sophomores, the OCC Player of the Year, Brayden Fogle, a first-team District 6 selection. He's the most efficient scorer I think we have left in the district, too. 63% from the field, and this is a cat that just went 10 of 11 from the field in the district, or excuse me, the sectional championship.
Yep. And Fogle's really good just in the lane around the basket.
There is Brayden Fogle honoring America, as we will now with the play of our national anthem. So the table is set as we're about to feast on live and free tournament basketball action. The winner moving on to face number 1 Shelby in the district championship back here on Saturday afternoon. We were talking about that OCC, and even though it was down a little bit this season compared to that league standards, Mansfield Senior finishing as runner-up. If you can run undefeated through any league, it impresses you always.
Well, and the team we just saw in the first game, Mansfield Senior, Lex dominated them in both games.
Yes.
I mean, really, I think in the first game maybe had a running clock. And then the other thing we mentioned is the OCC, especially on the road, is not an easy place to play. You have to win in New Philly, you got to win at Mount Vernon, Worcester, Ashland, tough places to play. But the Minutemen been perfect in the league play. And now in the sectional semifinal, district semifinal, looking to get to a final game on Saturday night.
And we'll show you the D2 district and how it's shaken out up to this point so far, getting to tonight's game. Shelby has advanced. We know that they've taken care of Mansfield Senior in a very tight game. Willard took the first round bye. They knocked off Perkins by 8 points. Lexington, they had about a 2-week bye there, Joe, where they played OG. Then they sat around for a while, didn't affect them at all. Dropped 81 on Galleon in the sectional final.
Yeah, it'd be, from my standpoint as a coach, it'd be interesting to, some maybe time to talk to Coach Hamilton to see how, he approached practice for those 2 weeks. But the Minutemen came right out. And they'll be ready to play also tonight.
Both rosters getting announced here inside of a packed house at Ontario. Lexington and Willard, two of the top teams in the state in Division II, just moments away. So, Joe, let's dive into our keys to victory. Let's begin with Lexington first, Joe. How do you think they get it done tonight? Actually, this is Willard, excuse me.
I mean, for Willard, I think the big emphasis is they got to rebound the ball at their defensive end. I mean, with the size that Lexington has inside and the strength, especially a kid like Brayden Fogle, but also another guy, Joe Caudill, Willard needs to work on being one and done. One shot by the Minutemen and finish the play by rebounding the ball at the defensive end.
And go mad, my pun, on Mad Max Dawson. Just have a huge night. Carry your team. It's your senior season. We've seen him go berserk in huge contests before. Expect more of that here tonight. Here are the Flashes in their road uniforms being announced. These are the non-starters. And now here comes the starters off the bench. Jackson Beamer, number 1. Aiden Sloan in his senior season provides a lot of size. 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", across the guard position for the Flashes. Robinson having a nice season so far, almost 9 points per game for him. Cam Robinson, big 1-2 punch along with Dawson. Those two combined for what, 40 plus?
40 plus for the Flashes.
And as we meet the Lexington Minutemen, we'll dive into their keys to victory tonight. A young Lexington squad just with one senior. You gotta limit turnovers. This is a young group. They like to really get up and down the floor, and Seven Allen plays with extreme pace. He's really changed. And look at this program, but you can't give it away and allow Willard to cash in easy checks at the other end.
Well, my key is you got to contain Max Dawson. He's a do-it-all guy for them. You're not going to stop him, but you just can't let him come out, not only have a big night scoring, but have a big night of getting his teammates the ball in positions where they can score, and he's really capable of doing that.
Here's Brayden Fogle, the first player up off the bench for Lexington. Unbelievable season for Fogle. And here comes Seven Allen the second half of that 1-2 combo of those sophomores. And actually, they're a three-headed sophomore monster along with Joe Caudill, who will be announced here in a moment. Elijah Hudson, that's the lone senior on the team. And then Gavin Husty, the junior, in the lineup. And everybody that's got a starting role averages 9 points or more per contest, Joe. It's pretty impressive.
Well, much like Shelby, we said balance is a key. I mean, the big difference tonight with the Minutemen is they don't necessarily have the experience that a team like Shelby had. So you're putting some sophomores in a situation that they have not faced this year. So you might lean on a guy like Elijah Hudson, your only senior on the team, to kind of be that guy that's going to keep things organized.
Hudson will tip it off here tonight. He'll go head-to-head with Cam Robinson as we wrap up our Schaefer DANOFF pregame show. 60 years of experience for them. Not a lot for the Minutemen, but they are one of the very best teams in all of Division II. They'll have the basketball first.
So Cam Robinson is matched up on Brayden Fogle.
Double team in the corner. Hudson over the top. Fogle from the foul line. Lefty missed. Squirts out,
yep.
And now Robinson.
And that's a shot you want Fogle to take right there, that 15-footer with pressure.
And Beamer brings the house down with the first shot for Willard.
Well, Willard shoots as a team. They shoot 37%. They've made 169 threes for the season, led by Max Dawson, who I think is at 70+. But Jackson Beamer has made 32 threes on the year.
Fogle's missed his first two shots. Caudill got his back.
And that's where Caudill is really effective, of just that brute strength of getting to the offensive glass.
Averages almost 8 rebounds per game. That's his first.
So Gavin Husty assigned to Max Dawson here to start the basketball game.
Max way out here near half court. Yep. Here's another three. They let it fly. Back iron. Long rebound to Caudill. Fogle so strong underneath.
And Cam Robinson did a nice job there. Fogle almost hooked him on that baseline drive.
Robinson's given up about 4 inches in size in terms of height, but he's probably just as strong.
Well, there may not be a tougher player right now in this gym than Cam Robinson. He just plays with a lot of energy and a lot of toughness.
Tons of contact right there. Hudson thought he got fouled, didn't get the whistle.
And Cam Robinson in transition.
He's met at the rim, and that one will send him to the line for two. Is Hudson a little bit of frustration?
Well, as we said, the toughness of Cam Robinson right there, he shows no fear of going to the basket. Almost dunked it.
I don't think I've seen him try to go for a throwdown until that one.
That could have been an ESPN highlight if that would have went in. We would have had to send that in.
Could have just made the Joe Show top 10.
That's right.
Robinson puts Willard up 4-2 on our EBERT Dental Group scoreboard.
And Cam, a 58% free throw shooter, so not outstanding. But able to knock both of them down, and the Whippets are up 5-2.
Seven Allen's going to get picked up here by Dawson. This dude's got about the best burst, very twitchy, that I've seen all year. There he is with the step through and the floater.
A little side ball screen with Joe Caudill, and Seven Allen able to get into the lane and shoot the little floater over the top.
Really changed the fortunes for this team coming over from Madison, the transfer.
Yeah, one of the better point guards in the area. Now you can see Seven Allen matched up with Max Dawson and being awful physical with him right now.
I don't think Dawson's had an offensive touch yet. We're almost 3 minutes in, but how about another three from the corner for the Beam Show?
But you see Max Dawson just plays with a steady pace, level-headed. He's not worried about, he knows he's going to eventually get his shots. And the important thing right now for the Whippets is Beamer's been off to a great start, hitting two threes from the deep corner.
Hudson's going to try one here. Can't connect.
Box out, good box out there by Cam Robinson.
Keeping Fogle off the
Brayden
boards.
Fogle.
Beamer's already knocked down a couple. Now Coach Bedingfield asking for his team to get in a half-court set. Here is Dawson with a touch.
And one thing Willard does is they run a lot of different actions in the half court, and they run them very effectively. They not only have a first option, but they have a second and third option. So Fogle matched up on Dawson on the switch here. Cam Robinson off of a down screen, not able to make the three.
Rebound into the hands of Husty. He sends it ahead for Fogle. Gavin catch and shoot.
Nope. And Cam Robinson with another great checkout, just not able to secure it. You saw that Lex really wanted to push the basketball in that possession. That's what's a little bit different about them, Brian, this year than in the past. They've been a lot more aggressive of getting an offensive transition. Maybe don't run quite as many sets as Coach Hamilton has in the past, but when you have athletes in depth like he has, good adjustment that he's made as they've come into this season.
7 takes it to the rack again, misfires this time. Dawson with the board. Solid rebounder for guard Max Dawson.
Yep.
Now looking for his, but Hudson says, nah, bro, not in my lane.
So again, both of these coaches do a great job of running baseline out of bounds sets. So let's see what the Whippets run here. Nice slip.
And an even more creative finish by Isaac Robinson.
Well, the thing that Willard does so well, they'll have a first option, a second option, and then a third option. And there you just saw the patience of the Whippets, probably looking at about the third option. They get a slip off of a screen and an easy basket. Elijah Hudson on the glass.
Up over the top of Max Dawson. Second chance points. 4 of them now for Lex.
I mean, Elijah averages just about 6 rebounds a game. There's Beamer. Let's see if he knocks it down again. Nope. Dawson on the backside with a rebound over Husty.
Max with his first 3. Nothing but net. You knew it.
And he can shoot it deep, and he can shoot it with somebody in his face.
It just always looks like it's going in off his hand.
It does. Well, as we said, most lefties have a pretty shot, maybe except Cam Robinson tonight.
Little herky-jerky.
But I'll take the toughness of Cam Robinson any time.
7-point differential now as Hudson tries one. Nope.
That's a shot that Willard will give up right there. A contested 12-foot jumper.
Get it back into the hands of Ike. Had the rebound. Now a set coming.
As you can see, Dawson is just a really patient player. And right now they're almost playing 4-on-4 because he's just kind of standing in the corner at top. Now he gets the ball in his hands. We'll probably see some action.
He's got about 5 inches on 7 Allen.
Yeah.
And we'll get a reach in. Is this on Fogle? It is.
Yep.
First foul on Fogle tonight.
And the first sub for Lex. Latrell Hughes checks in for Gavin Husty.
And that's one advantage we feel like Lexington can have tonight, their depth coming off of the bench. Got some quality players. Willard switching things around. Here's one Robinson to the next. Zips it inside.
Great pass.
Love the catch, too, by Jackson Beamer. He's got 8.
I mean, that was a tremendous pass, a one-handed pass, and Beamer with 8 here in the first quarter.
7 Allen matches, bobs away from deep.
Well, 7 Allen, 36% shooter from 3, which is really good. Has made 28 for the season. That's his 29th.
Dawson gets by the first defender and fouled on the floor. This will be the first on Hughes, who just checked in.
And another baseline out of bounds play here. So we've seen Willard score on their first baseline out of bounds. Let's see what kind of look they give here on an out of bounds play.
Well, you mentioned they always have several different options. You got to imagine number 3 is right at the top.
Kind of in a triangle look here. And Lex does a really good job there of defending it.
Beamer filling it so far,
Yeah.
leading scorer in the game, over his season average scoring already.
Yeah. But he's had games where he's just gotten hot. And, you know, you can see he's kind of playing with a lot of confidence here. Just trying to do a little bit too much there. And Coach Bedingfield gives him the sign, just, hey, settle down a little bit. You know, just play within what you're capable of doing. And right there, I think, just try to do too much with the basketball.
First turnover, though, for Willard. Comes 7 minutes into the action. And at the pace they play, you'll take that. Allen down the lane. Thing of beauty.
Yep. 7 Allen's off to a really good start here for the Minutemen. He has 7.
Flashes, reverse it, now down on the block. Robinson pitches it, nice look. Fogle strong board.
Yep. Beaver made an effort to get inside, but just unable to.
Allen with the step around, Short with the shot, Isaac with the board. And Coach Bedingfield says 1 shot.
Yep. And you're gonna see Willard. You know, they're gonna, if they get into quarter situations, they're gonna run for the last shot. So expect something here with Dawson coming off some screens here. Here he comes. Step back 3.
Tough one.
Well, double dribble called.
Looked like Hudson was trying to set up there for a half-court heave.
So interesting, another baseline out of bounds with .4. You have it, you can catch it and shoot it. I mean, I think it's at .3. It's got to be a tip. So Lex going 2-3 zone here, and there's a lob. Just a little too high for Cam Robinson. So 15-11 here at the end of the first quarter.
Good stuff. Plenty more action still to come. Live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are EBERT Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at EBERT Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at EBERT Dental Group.
What a fun first quarter of action sees Willard earn a 4-point lead.
So it's going to be flashes.
That's right, the rest of the way.
Flashes. I apologize to all the people in Willard that I've said whippets twice. So.
If it was any other team, Joe.
So hopefully if I drive through Willard, I'm not going to get pulled over or anything bad happen to me. So the flashes start with the first possession here in the second quarter.
So at least it's a public apology, folks. You didn't cross the line. Robinson, strong take, the kick out.
And Beamer's got his spot.
Extra pass, doesn't benefit him this time.
Not able to make it.
But looking for his, clearly he's got 5 shot attempts already. Off the drive, sneaky play right there to slip in by the defense.
Dantrell Hughes, one of the 2 Hughes brothers.
Him and Luttrell, both sophomores, part of this packed 10th grade roster.
Yeah. Coach Hamilton's got to like not only the team he has right now, but he's going to like the team he's going to have for the next 2 years.
Dawson, catch and shoot, money. Second triple for Mad Max.
You know, he just does, number one, he does such a great job at just getting his feet set and then just having his hands ready on the catch to shoot the basketball.
Meanwhile, 7 Allen, a burst down the lane. Foul on the floor. It's going to go against Willard.
Joe Caudill doing what he does, getting to the offensive glass. So we said that's got to be a big emphasis for the Flashes to make sure they stop the efforts of the Minutemen on the Minutemen's offensive glass. So a couple subs here. for the Flashes.
Good look at 7 Allen's view. Not a good downtown view that time for Hudson. He's missed both of his triple tries. Now Robinson with the cross, can't lose Hughes, but he's just so strong he bullies his way in, but it's a charge. Well done by Latrell Hughes, standing his ground. If you see that bully coming in the China shop, a lot of folks just try to get out the way.
So Levi Skagg and Mason Johnson have checked into the excuse me, keep saying that the Flashes lineup.
Ball on the string, but it's lost by 7 Allen out of bounds.
But you can see the quickness of 7 Allen, his ability to change direction. They're just a little too fast.
Here comes Shag, 5'7" sophomore. Robinson turns the corner, lobs it up. Joe Caudill with a big chunk. Second big block that we've seen coming from that weak side defense for Lexington.
And that's what Joe Caudill gives you inside, is just that size and strength.
Robinson directing traffic. Now pitches off. Dawson picked up by Fogle. Love this matchup. Kick ball here. Caught a chunk of that Nike shoe for Brayden.
You can see that Willard likes to run a lot of their sets off that high post entry right at the elbow and then run different cutters off of that and get some screens along the baseline. They got a warning of him being across the plane.
Second one results in a technical, I believe, right, Joe?
I think you're correct, yes.
So Caudill giving a little bit more space this time. Isaac uses it to get it in play here for Johnson.
LeGrand switches out.
Dawson
Max
cuts
Dawson,
through, come
wow.
on. What a take. Mad Max with 8 points now after a slow start. Didn't get his first touchdown 4 minutes in.
And it's just the efficiency he plays with Brian. I mean, he doesn't take a lot of shots, but man, he takes efficient shots.
Step back.
Tough shot here.
No friendly hop. Dawson flies in. Tipped into the hands of LeGrand. Pitches it inside. Not a good look.
Well, I mean, one of the things I think that Willard's going to mention is Mason Johnson on that kind of started leaking out. And one of the big things is they got to have all 5 guys rebounding the ball at the defensive end. That's got to be a priority with the size and ability that Lex has to get to the offensive glass.
Hughes on Dawson. Now back with Robinson here near side of the court. Looking to go to work. Isaac lost it.
Got bumped just a little bit, just not able to handle that dribble.
How about this floater? Jacob LeGrand, coast to coast.
Yep.
And another quality transfer from Mansfield Senior to come over.
Yeah, I mean, 7 Allen and him have made a difference. LeGrand's kind of been a 3-point specialist coming off the bench. There, takes it with his right hand to finish at the rim.
Shag, nice crossover, picks up the bounce. Dawson's already hit from this exact spot. Now he goes baseline, takes the contact.
A little leaner trying to draw the foul. Here comes Brayden Fogle in transition.
This is where he's so dangerous. Left hand, oh, barely missed the putback. Short. Oh, minimal contact here, kind of a ticky-tack. And I think it's the second on Fogle.
But you know, as we said, Willard needs to rebound the ball at the defensive end. And Mason Johnson going up between 2 guys, rebounding it, and then really being strong with it as he put the ball right underneath his chin. And Coach Bedingfield calling his set here.
As there's another fresh body on for Coach Hamilton. This is Dontrell Hughes. Dawson off the down screens, goes to the rack, bumped on the floor by Hughes.
Well, and as we said, Willard just, they have a first option, a second option, and a third option off these sets. And they just do such a great job of reading defense.
Second team foul on Lexington, both coming here in the last 20 seconds or so.
So 4 low set here on the inbounds play. A little screen to screener action, but not able to get it. Beamer with the ball here on the wing.
Now Robinson backing it out.
Yep. And Coach Bedingfield, again, getting them into the offensive look. High post entry.
And 7 Allen with the contact, draws the personal.
Yeah. I mean, high post entry, and just Isaac Robinson does what we call a duck in, where he just really tries to get that defender to play high, and then they look to dump it inside.
Tim Merkel out, part of the cleanup crew along with Tim Hennig. That's a great 1-2 punch in the sweat removal game, I tell you what.
That's right. Can't get better than that here in Ontario. Tim Merkel and Tim Hennig.
Dawson running out of time, finally gets it in.
Lex has done a pretty good job of defending these baseline out of bounds plays here.
Tough time defending that. When Max Dawson gets to his left hand in the lane, forget about it.
He just went right up through the chin of Hughes to get that finish.
So the lead swells back up to 7. But a dancing 7 Allen fouled on the floor. It's going to be number 3 on Willard.
First one on Max Dawson. So Caudill's going to check back in for Hughes.
Nobody in foul trouble yet.
For Dantrell Hughes.
Nobody's got more than 1 foul on either side.
And Lex with the baseline out of bounds here. And we get a down screen for 7 Allen. They switch Joe Caudill with a nice slip on the screen. So good pass there, good read by Lex's offense.
Caudill with his second hoop now has 4. A gamble there. Oh, nice play, but it's regained by Willard, who gets a 3 from the corner halfway in. Allen pushing the pace, running the show. That one also hops out. It looked like each of these last 2 shots kind of danced around on the net and then somehow found their way out.
Yep. I mean, one of the things a lot of times in tournament action, you're going to get that contact. So, we talk about playing off of 2 feet a lot, but also just using the glass. And Coach Bedingfield going to take his first time out his first time out of the basketball game.
It's a McCready's home interior timeout. You see Willard with the slimmest of margins here in quarter number 2, 7-6. They've stretched out the lead to as many as 7. Lexington has found some counter strikes along the way.
Well, I think one of the things Willard's got to be pleased with is how they've controlled the pace of this basketball game. It's not like, Brian, as we mentioned, that they're slowing it down, but they've been able to get into a larger variety of sets, get the looks that they've wanted. Lex has only had a few possessions where they've been able to really push the basketball in transition. So they got to be happy with that right now because, as we mentioned, Lex this year, much more of a transition team than they've been in pretty much the whole coaching era of Coach Hamilton.
Who is the all-time winningest coach in program history, just solidified his second 20-win regular season. Impressive stuff.
So Willard out of the timeout. Let's see what they run here. Kind of fake the side ball screen. Robinson with a slip.
Now back into the hands of Dawson. They'll reset. This is a patient offense.
Well, they kind of play like Max Dawson does. They just, pretty level-headed.
But sometimes pressure bursts pipes. We see it right there with excellent by Husty.
The big thing right there is any loose ball, you just got to pick it up with two hands. You can't try to dribble it. And Isaac Robinson tried to dribble that basketball. He should have just picked it up, and then he would have had his dribble left.
Turnover number 3 for the Flashes.
And now Minutemen putting Fogle into the high post. Husty with a long 3, not able to score it. And Max Dawson with the rebound.
Willard's got numbers if they can send it ahead. They do. Robinson off his toe. Back-to-back giveaways now for Willard.
Yep.
Second.
Just, maybe a little bit too quick. Had an idea what he wanted to do, but Cam Robinson dribbled it off his foot. So it looks like the Flashes have gone to a 2-3 zone here. So as we said, Fogle in the high post kicks it out to 7 Allen. He knocks the 3 down.
Well, you know he can deliver from the corners. Yep. Buries his second triple. He's in double figures now. Flashes have seen their lead evaporated down to 2. Oh, late whistle comes in. Thought it was going to be a third straight turnover. And the Purple Haze, none too pleased with that call right there.
Oh, whistle might have been the foul. I guess maybe the thing was the whistle was just a little bit late.
There's a last foul to give for Lexington in the frame, though short on time, just 42 seconds.
So Hughes comes in for Hudson.
Husty gambles underneath.
Oh, what a great
pass.
And then a great finish by Beamer. Beamer has had a great first half.
He and Max Dawson combining for 20 of the 24.
Well,
reaching foul's going to go against Willard here.
Yeah. They were 2-3 zone, but I think maybe Isaac Robinson didn't get in it because Fogle was wide open in the lane. Fortunate for for the Flashes that the ball went out of bounds.
Try to lob it into Fogle. Lands in space. He gets hit. No whistle.
Yep. Physical play there, but you can see the strength of Fogle on that play. So 12 seconds, they're going to run ear here. Let's see what this is.
I'm guessing it's going to end
back
up with
door
Max.
play, backdoor play.
To perfection, Mad Max with a dozen. Pretty stuff to end the half there for the SPC Player of the Year. And it's on ear.
Well, as we said, Coach Bedingfield, Coach Hershey, they have a boatload of plays. And I'm going to anticipate that will not be the only backdoor play that we see tonight, but executed it to perfection to end the first half.
And there's a lot of fans in the building tonight liking what they're seeing. Still a long way to go, but we'll step aside. Quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with the SCHAFFER DANOFF halftime report in just a few. Hi, I'm Always Report founder Brian Skowronski, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are EBERT Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at EBERT Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at EBERT Dental Group.
You've been enjoying live and free tournament basketball all night long here on the OH Report. The second half, the nightcap, presented by EBERT Dental Group. General dentistry for all ages, and guess what? They're now offering injections and fillers, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need a little lift to your game, hit up EBERT's. Susan FALDE, a Coldwell banker realtor. You deserve the best real estate service, so let Susan list or find your next home or property. Call or text Susan at 419-565-3315 and let her guide you through the process. SCHAFFER DANOFF Chrysler Jeep Dodge, the best selection of Chryslers, Dodge, and Jeeps, servicing the Willard area. CAROTHERS Pest Control. If you got a pest, why not call the best at 419-342-6841. MCREADY Interiors. They specialize in quality, custom furniture, and residential commercial interior design services. And also Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. We're going to take one more quick commercial timeout. Joe Balogh and I will be back with your halftime report. Stay right there.
Hi, I'm OH Report founder Brian Skowronski, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are EBERT Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at EBERT Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at EBERT Dental Group.
It's the SCHAFFER-DANOFF halftime show here inside of the fabulous O-Rena. 2 quarters in the books in the second half of our district semifinal showdowns. And right now, it's the number 7 team in Division II with a 6-point cushion over the number 3 team in the division. I'm Brian Skowronski. Joe Balogh is with me here tonight. And interesting game, a lot of back and forth here, Joe, but we saw Willard get off to a nice start, and especially, I think Beamer kind of lit the fuse there for him. A couple of big threes, and they've maintained their cushion throughout.
I mean, I think a couple things. One, I think Willard's done a nice job of controlling the pace of the game. Not necessarily slowing it down, but they've really been able to get into the variety of sets that they can run, and they've been efficient offensively. I think the other big area is rebounding. Willard has 11 defensive rebounds. Lex has 6 offensive rebounds, and Brayden Fogle has 0 of those rebounds. So they've done a good job of an area of emphasis that we said of keeping them off of their own, keeping Lex off the offensive glass.
The OCC Player of the Year also held scoreless in the first half. 0 of 5 from the field is Brayden Fogle. We've seen Seven Allen take 9 shots, knock down 4 of them. And on the other side, Max Dawson, limited touches to begin. He's now made 5 of his 8 shots. Couple from long range, 2 of 3. Just he's such an efficient player, Joe. He's a tough guard no matter where he catches it.
Yeah, he does not force shots. He lets the game kind of come to him, but he also understands we can take the basketball game over. So 26-20, Lex is going to get possession of the basketball here to start the third quarter.
Minutemen, no free throw attempts. Cam Robinson, the only 2 so far for the Crimson Flashes in that first half, was able to make them both.
It'll be interesting to see what Lex comes out here with on the first possession, to see if they're going to run anything to Fogle to try to get him going a little bit offensively. So as I said, I've said pretty much in every broadcast, first 3 minutes.
I love it.
And many times the first 3 possessions can be really key. So again, if you're Lex, score, stop, score, and you can either be, either within 2 or tied, depending on if it's a 2 or 3. And if you're the Willard Flashes, you get a stop and a score, and now you got it at 8. You get another stop, and you got a chance to take it to double figures with the lead. So let's see what kind of adjustments each coach here has made here to start the second half.
Purple Haze bouncing around, ready.
Yeah, great crowd tonight. Great student sections. This is what makes high school basketball in North Central Ohio special.
So it's going to be Fogle to inbound from midcourt.
And Cam Robinson matched up on Fogle.
We'll see Dawson gets the assignment of Seven Allen. He's going to switch sides of the floor.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Looks like they're confused a little bit here, maybe to start this set. But you can see Fogle being inside.
And
Hudson with a tough shot, but there's where Fogle's effective.
You mentioned no offensive rebounds in the first half. Getting it going here.
Grabs one there. I mean, he's a load to try to keep off the glass. Cam Robinson just not able to get him farther enough away from the basket.
So they got the score now. They got the stop.
Yep, you got this. So let's see what happens here on this next possession. And there's Fogle inside again.
Excellent start and 1 as he absorbs a little bit of contact. And Brayden Fogle now with a chance for 5 points here in the first 54 seconds.
I think the first possession is that they were looking to go to Fogle inside. They just didn't bring it to him. He got an offensive rebound, but they're out of transition. He makes a nice hard cut to the lane and scores now an offensive rebound by the Minutemen off the free throw.
Elijah Huston lost the handle. Caudill came flying in, went belly first, but couldn't keep the possession alive.
And Lex is going to show some full court pressure here now. 2-2-1, 3-quarter court.
Flash has got a veteran backcourt led by Dawson. Shouldn't have any trouble breaking it. Makes a tough catch.
And Coach Benningfield calling a timeout because he did not like where they caught the ball, which is what we call a trap area, where you have the sideline and the half-court line and then two defenders trapping the basketball. So use of a timeout there. The Minutemen have not used a timeout. The Flashes have used, that's their second timeout.
It's a MCREADY home interiors TO. As you see the count, 4-zip in favor of the Minutemen to open up third quarter action. All those points for the OCC Player of the Year, Brayden Fogle.
So side out of bounds here.
And Elijah Hudson, he had 2 feet actually out of bounds. They got a warning earlier. I was a little surprised they didn't get another whistle there. Robinson off the screen, pitches out, 3 on the way. No good, but an offensive board. Cam again able to slip through, kick it out to the corner.
You can kind of see on several possessions here, they kind of just play 4-on-4 and let Max wrestle a little bit at the top. And now they get the ball in his hands. And again, high post entry, like to run multiple cutters. Nice move by Isaac Robinson.
Yeah, pretty kiss off the square right there.
So the first time they did not hand the ball off to any of the cutters.
And Fogle a little bit of a heat check.
Well, and that's a shot right now that Willard will give up.
See Husty go flying to the floor, trying to sell it.
And Cam Robinson turned it over.
Hudson spinning and scoring. And now Seven Allen, a cheapy foul here, picking up full court, just trying to make it tough on Max Dawson.
Well, and Allen's been pretty physical with Max throughout the game. But Max, again, we talk a lot about toughness. He's pretty tough with the basketball. Doesn't turn it over very much. And they're going to take Fogle out of the game for a little bit. And they go, looks like 1-2-2, three-quarter court. Again, Robinson uses another timeout. Kind of 2 tough timeouts that they had to take.
And it's going to be a full timeout here. So a couple left now for the Flashes, as they've only scored 2 points so far here in the third quarter. And Coach Hamilton, a mixed bag, throwing a little bit different look with Fogle on the bench.
In the 2 times they've gone to the press, they've been able to get Willard to catch the ball in what we call that, as we mentioned, that trap area. Willard, understanding the importance of every possession, uses the 2 timeouts, but right now they only have 2 timeouts left with 5:18 to go in the third, and you would like to be able to save those timeouts for late game situations.
And here's one that we're looking at from last season when Willard and Lexington went head-to-head. Great battle in that game. Meeting yet again in the tournament.
That was in the sectional final a year ago. I think Brayden Fogle made a big play off a steal on an inbounds and ended with a dunk that maybe sealed the game for Lex last year.
A great memory, Joe Balogh. Hall of Fame memory, sir.
I don't know how good my memory is. It's maybe just one thing I can remember.
So out of the TO, the second in the frame. Flashes get a clean look for Beamer from the corner. He's really cooled off.
That's his spot right there. Made his first 2, and now I think has missed maybe 2 here.
Elijah Hudson, a floater, missed everything. Keeps it in bounds. Caught the recipient.
I'm not sure how he saved that, but he found a way to save it.
Well, when you've got 9-foot-long limbs,
yeah,
Joe.
He was long there and used it.
Off the gamble. Isaac Robinson was trying to put it up. At least that was the initial thought. You saw Beamer crash on the glass.
And the Flashes are going to change their defense here. Looks like they're going to go to a 1-3-1. So Coach Bedingfield feeling that a change defensively will be important, and that makes the difference as Dawson steals it and lays it.
So Max Dawson grabbing a receipt off the steal. He's got 14 now.
I mean, just a lazy pass at the top, and Dawson able to get his hand on it in the passing lane.
Joe Caudill skip pass. Seven Allen catch and shoot.
Yep, and a great box out by the Flashes as all 5 guys went to rebound the basketball.
Dawson gets the switch. He's got Husty on him. Now here comes Isaac Robinson trying to split the defense, and he draws the second foul on Lex.
Yep. And Fogle going to check in after a short rest.
Willard also going to make a pair of substitutions.
Haig and Johnson coming into the lineup, I believe. And Beamer and Isaac Robinson take a seat for a little bit to get some rest.
This is Shag matched up with Husty.
And Cam Robinson and Max Dawson kind of directing the Flashes offense here. Nice ball screen there and wide open jumper.
What did you expect, Joe?
Yep.
The man is a machine with no hand in his face.
And now they jump back into their man-to-man defense after going 1-3-1 for a couple of possessions. Husty with a left-hand drive. Dawson with the block and then saved it himself.
Mad Max doing
and
it all right now.
Here he comes. Great tip in by Cam Robinson.
Momentum flowing in the Flashes' direction right now as the officials going to stop play for either an injury or
I think an injury to Hudson. Hudson might have caught a little bit of the off arm of Max Dawson as he went to finish that play.
But that's like water right there for Max Dawson. Cannot leave him alone, but you mentioned what an excellent tip.
Well, Caudill just late getting there on the ball screen, and you give Max Dawson that much space, he is going to be a problem.
The second chance points for Robinson. He's just got 4. Been a little bit quiet offensively compared to his standards. As Fogle nearly walked with it. I think Flashes fans wanted one. Allen now using his strength to his advantage, gets fouled on the floor.
He's trying to use his strength going against the smaller player, Shag. Isaac Robinson checks back in for Mason Johnson.
Final 2.5 minutes here of quarter number 3. Caudill heading to the free throw line.
Looks like the Flashes with zone on the baseline out of bounds and just some miscommunication as to who would needed to match. Caudill with a little screen and a rollback. And Joe goes to the line. And he's a 59% free throw shooter.
Halfway home on the first offering.
A key thing right here, got to box out Brayden Fogle. Interesting thing, Brayden Fogle's the only rebounder in there for the Minutemen.
Who's got about as small a lineup as they normally will feature.
And back to that 1-2-2, three-quarter court press. And as we said, the Flashes have put it into a trap area several times.
And in the middle of the floor, Isaac Robinson throws it away.
And actually probably a pretty good foul. I think maybe Coach Bedingfield telling Max, let's just be more aggressive with it here and go ahead and attack it. Because best thing would be to have it in his hands or Cam Robinson's hands.
No more fouls to give for the Flashes here in the quarter. As Fogle makes a tough catch, spins left side, and he's got 2 free throws in his future. So Lexington has battled back. They trailed by 6 at the half now.
But Fogle only a 44% free throw shooter for the year.
And even though the foul was on the floor, that is the 5th against Willard.
So important here, and I'm sure the Flashes understand this, is Fogle at the free throw line. You need to make sure you box out here. So Cam Robinson needs to be a guy that really puts his body on somebody here.
Fogle 0 for 3 from the line, but Lexington catches a break.
Big break there, because they actually did a pretty good job of checking out. They just didn't grab the basketball. So again, they're going, looks like they're going zone here.
3-2 look for the Flashes. Elijah Hudson back on the floor for Coach Hamilton. Another foul on the floor, so Fogle will head back to the charity stripe, but struggling a bit confidence-wise from this spot.
Well, it's got to be an area that, you know, in the offseason he's going to have to really improve on. I mean, he averages almost 15 a game, and I would assume that, you know, he gets to the line quite a bit. I mean, he got to the line 59 times this year. Able to knock down the first one here, so the lack of Willard being able to secure that defensive rebound off the last free throw has cost him right here. But again, he only makes 1.
Final 2 minutes before we get to money time. Dawson asking for Robinson to come out of the corner for a screen. 2-man game here. Fogle, nice pressure, Cam. Now Max, big step, count it. Closing in on 1,900 career points. Max Dawson.
Well, I'm just telling you, Ashland University's getting a really good player, a really good player. Just a gym rat his whole career, paying off tonight. And looks like the Flashes are going back to that 1-3-1 zone here.
Fogle, nice pitch out to Husty. Lex has not shot it well from downtown.
And somehow Aiden Sloan came out with that rebound.
And this foul's going to go against Willard. It's going to be on Isaac Robinson. And I'm not sure exactly what happened to Seven Allen after the whistle, but he was down in a heap.
Might have slipped. But again, even though it's a foul on Willard, that might be better because Gate stopped a transition opportunity. The only difference is Seven Allen is a 71% free throw shooter. But again, important part here on the second free throw, you got to make sure you box out Elijah Hudson and Joe Caudill.
Allen's got a pretty stroke from the line. Substitutions coming for the Flashes.
And first time that Cam Robinson's going to come out of the game, trying to get him a little bit of rest here with 1:08, as he'll be in for that stretch drive in the fourth quarter.
Cam also with 3 fouls, the only player in the game right now in any kind of foul trouble.
Good point there. I didn't know he got his third. So Lex is going to use their first timeout of the night as they are down 6 with 1:08 to go.
12-12 here in this quarter on this MCREADY Home Interiors timeout. A lot of back and forth action. We saw Lexington come out, score the first 4 of the frame. Willard bounced right back. Kind of kept that cushion between 4 and 8 points here, and that's where it stays.
Well, we just, as I just mentioned, Cam Robinson going out of the game.
Not for long.
He immediately checked right back in. So again, understanding the importance of each possession here, because although Lex not really necessarily really aggressive, trapping in that defense, that 1-2-2, it's caused Willard a lot of problems because they put the ball into the trap areas twice, had to use 2 timeouts, and then Isaac Robinson has turned it over twice against it. So I'm assuming that the Minutemen will come back with that. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Bedingfield talks to his team about, but might want to get it in Max Dawson's hands and let him handle it, or simply try to look over over the top of the trap before it gets into the trap.
They'll start with Beamer.
Well, they put Dawson in the middle.
A tough spot here, trapped down in the corner, tipped out of bounds.
Yep. Again, in a really bad spot, they caught the basketball. Really bad. If you catch it there, you want to be on the other side of half court. So Flash is a little bit lucky there. We're under a minute. It'll be interesting to see what Willard does. Will they go for the last shot of the quarter? As they're going 5, which is kind of their 5-out motion. And they ran this last time, and Max was able to get a penetration and a finish and a foul.
He is the ultimate closer in the area at the end of frames. This time off his foot.
Kicked it off his foot.
Back to
They're going to count
Papa.
it. Oh. Called it on the floor.
And it's going to be the 4th foul against Lexington. They did have 1 to give, but
So a little bit of break there for Lex. 2 breaks, really, because Max dribbled it off his foot, and then they called the foul on the floor. So 28 seconds here. I would anticipate that Willard is going to go for the last shot of the quarter. And if you remember, at the end of the half, they ran ear, which was a backdoor play. Don't be surprised if they run another action here that has some type of backdoor off of it. Fogle almost with the steal.
And now, not a good foul there. It's going to lead to free throws for Cam.
With 7.7.
Will give Lexington potentially an opportunity, though, to get the last shot of the quarter.
And as we said, Cam Robinson, a 58% free throw shooter for the year, but a senior with a lot of toughness.
And the stroke might look broken, but it's effective, Joe.
Yep. I mean, you know, sometimes, well, you probably don't remember him, but there was a guy named Jamal Wilkes that played at UCLA, and if you Google him, you're going to see that he shot the ball from way behind his head, but was one of the best scorers UCLA had.
Joe Jakubik style, I'm
told.
told.
Joe Jakubik was one too. So here comes Hudson pushing the ball up the floor.
And he's going to have to hoist it up straight away.
Yep.
No bueno, and Willard enjoys a 7-point lead as money time is just around the corner.
Willard won the quarter by 1, I believe, right?
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. That's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Joe Balogh, it's a certain time of day. I got that feeling.
It's money time.
That's right, baby. Money time's here.
And the Flashes have a chance to get a double-digit lead to start the fourth quarter.
Let me guess how they do it. How about a score, a stop, and a score?
Well, yeah, that they would love that right now.
Seven Allen trying to apply some pressure. Dawson gets by him. And now Robinson triple teamed. He's fouled. And I'm sensing a little bit of frustration brewing within Lexington right now.
Yeah, you can see a little frustration on their face right now. So Cam Robinson got a chance to take it to a 9-point lead here. Let's see what Willard decides to do defensively off this make or miss free throw. And here comes Fogle in transition. This is where he's pretty dangerous.
Nice catch in traffic. Caudill, left hand. Pretty stuff.
Good athletic play by Joe Caudill. I mean, the quarterback of Lex's football team. And one of the few times that Lex has been able to get out in transition and score tonight. So Caudill going to the line with a chance to cut the deficit here to 5.
Misses that one, but Fogle, right place, right time.
That's twice that Willard's got hurt on offensive rebounds off missed free throws. So a 4-point basketball game right now. And over and back.
So Lexington, what felt like a little bit of momentum going for Willard at the beginning of the quarter, starting to change a bit.
I think that was a pretty good call from, I mean, we were right here at half court and he stepped both feet back across the line.
So a rare giveaway for Max Dawson. And it can be a one-possession game.
And they're going 2-3 zone here, so Willard doing a good job of changing defenses just to confuse Lexington a little bit.
Allen, wow, what a blow by, like a kite in the wind. Dawson harassed, gets it to Cam underneath, so strong.
And that was a strong finish. Took the contact, kind of double dipped the basketball, able to finish. And again, back to that 2-3 zone.
Short corner, Fogle barrels through, offensive foul.
Isaac Robinson steps in and takes the charge.
I think that's the second time we've seen Isaac do that here tonight. Absorb the contact. And for Fogle, that's foul number 2. Gavin Husky checking back in for Coach Hamilton.
So they're man-to-man in the full court now. And Max comes back and gets it, and clearing everybody out.
Off the down screen, here's Beamer, and a push-off against Elijah Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson just ran right through the defender. So third team foul, 4th foul on Hudson. But the bigger thing would be for the Flashes to get into that double bonus early.
They'll start with Mad Max coming up top. They'll hand off. Oh, he gets another clean look, Joe. This time missed it. Willard will keep it down at this end. Lexington could not handle. I see there's a lot of you out there watching. Is that just on YouTube? So 2,500 viewers right now tuning in live and free to see who will take on top-seeded Shelby Saturday. But a rip here by Fogle, 2-on-2. Had a steam, I think he carried it. Brayden Fogle put his hand underneath the basketball in transition right there.
And big turnover there. I mean, my thing would have been, I would have said foul him and make him go to the free throw line and shoot him. And I think that's probably something you got to start thinking about if he gets in some of those breakaway situations. Here comes Max.
Gosh, he's so good at that Euro step.
Yep, just not able to finish it though, but that was a quick move to the basket.
Dawson missed his last two. It opens up for Husty. Gavin Husty trims the deficit down to 2. That was the first point tonight for the junior. They're going to send him on the fire.
Great pass. Great rebound.
So one Robinson misses, the other cleans up the mess.
Well, those are the little things Cam Robinson does. But right now, Willard's got to figure out a way to stop right-hand penetration from this right wing.
And Seven Allen's down with the cramp, and it leaves a wide open player. Beamer able to cash in. And we'll get an injury timeout taken on the floor. A dozen now from Mr. Beamer.
Well, a little bit of a break there for Willard. As you said, Seven Allen went down with the cramp, left Beamer wide open on the backside, and Beamer able to catch it. Not an easy catch, and able to finish it. But this could be big right here. If Seven Allen, I mean, he's going to have to go out for at least a possession, but a lot of times with cramps, you can't just cure it right away. It's something that kind of reoccurs.
Lexington's got 10 points here in the fourth quarter. They battled their way back. Trailing by 4, lots of time left, 5:03. But if their star sophomore point guard goes down, they don't have they've got some other guys that can come in and handle, but this dude's just a bit different.
Yep, yes he is. So up, going to try to walk it off a little bit. Let's see how soon he's able to get back into the basketball game.
What a beautiful sight here inside of the O-Rena at Balogh Court. Not an empty seat in the building, standing room only here tonight. A lot of local flavor on the menu, of course, and it's inspired plenty of area players, coaches, fans of all sorts out here.
Yeah. I mean, as we said, coming into tonight, we were going to have 4 quality basketball teams, and both games have kind of lived up to the hype of what we've expected. So Willard with a 4-point lead as we go to the 5-minute mark to the ball game. And Willard showing 1-3-1 zone here.
Dawson at the point. Husty made the last bucket. 2 for 2.
I mean, Gavin Husty, a good 3-point shooter, might be close to 30 made threes for the season, and not afraid to take a big shot when it was needed.
Flashes have been outscored by 6 here in the frame. Passing up a good look right there. Aiden Sloan didn't want it.
Yeah, but right now you're have an understanding of what your role is on the team, and you're going to want your best players to get the shots.
A duck in for Robinson. They can't find him. And now a full timeout taken by Coach Bedingfield.
And they're down to 1.
And we're just at the midway point here of money time. 13-7 on this McCready Interiors timeout.
So that could figure in big in this game. Willard has 1 timeout. Lex has 4 timeouts. So But again, as I've said throughout this game, when you get to tournament play, especially a game like this, every possession is important. So Coach Bedingfield, feeling that was an important possession, that he needed to call the timeout. So let's see what happens as the flashes come out of this timeout with to be a side out of bounds play.
Well, I tell you what's happening right now is they're playing your song, Joe, and I noticed
Yeah.
you're getting some antsy feet.
Yeah. But we don't see the dancing like we saw at Seneca East.
Yeah,
that halftime performance was a top one of the year.
the Tigers probably outdueled Lucas fans in that one.
Yeah, they did. The Tigers, we got to give a lot of kudos. So tomorrow night when we go there, we expect a little bit more action out of that student section.
Yeah, they've set the standard.
Yeah, they did.
There's an expectation now. So here's Hudson with the 4 fouls. Dawson wanting to clear it out on that right side. He dribbles that way. Now Max off the down screen.
Yep. Hughes doing a good job of getting through the screen. Yep.
Latrell Hughes sticking with the SBC Player of the Year
Yep.
right now.
Yep. Willard runs a lot of action off this high post entry.
Robinson takes a look inside. He's got Dawson in there. Two-man game here.
Yep.
Left-handed player goes that way, and that's foul number 4 on Lex.
Fourth foul. Another baseline out of bounds situation, which Lex has done a good job after initially getting beat on a couple baseline out of bounds plays. So Seven Allen's going to check back in. That's a good sign for the Minutemen. And checking in for Joe Caudill. So Hughes is going to stay in and Caudill comes out. And it looks like Lex goes zone here. And now they're going to, looks like they're going to try to match up. Oh, Beamer, just not able to finish it. Lex having a chance here to take the lead.
Wild shot for Allen, who just stepped in off the bench, making an instant impact.
Got bailed out a little bit there because that was a tough shot. So Seven Allen going to the free throw line for 2 shots and a chance for Lex to take a lead, I believe, for the first time tonight.
You would be correct, Joe. Minutemen have trailed from the jump.
And Shag's going to check in for the flashes for Beamer.
And we'll get Dontrell Hughes on the other side as Husty takes a seat.
And Dontrell Hughes, so might be kind of an offense-defensive substitution here with the Hughes brothers being very quick at the defensive end of the floor. Tie ball game. Coach Hamilton takes his second timeout.
So we're all square, 46 each. The Purple Haze going absolutely ballistic. What great energy they're bringing. Same for Willard on the other side. This is what tournament basketball is all about. The kids having fun.
Yep.
And these 2 student sections, I mean, they're packed from floor to ceiling, Joe.
Yep. Yeah. Which is why I've always said basketball in this area is special. And nights like tonight make it extremely special for those 4 teams that got a chance to compete here tonight.
And for these kids really enjoying this song, I just hope the parents don't know the lyrics.
Well, I'm going to guarantee you I don't know the lyrics.
For the best, Joe.
So you're telling me I don't want to know the lyrics, so that's good.
So here comes the pressure for Lexington, that 1-2-2.
Yep.
We're at a 5 count now, make it 6. What a catch. Robinson turned away.
Fogle with the block.
Whoa, third story catch for Hudson.
And a block by Robinson.
We got a block party. We're invited on both teams. Now Minutemen gonna slow things down. Dawson in 7.
Trying to run a lob to Fogle. Good job of the Flashes defending it off of a high back screen.
Championship minutes right here, closing 2. Allen gets by him, left hand at the 10. And he's cramping again. So 7 Allen has to rock down to the floor after making the go-ahead bucket.
Not really sure why that timeout should be called, because Willard had possession of the basketball.
And then Coach Bedingfield giving the referee an earful about that. He and Coach Hershey have been around the game for a long time, and that's exactly what he's saying. We should have the advantage.
That's
get more fluids in you before the game.
Well, kind of highly unusual that you're going to stop the game when the other team has possession of the basketball. I mean, usually would be like a situation that maybe we had last night that you have, even though that became a dead ball, the gash on Judah Keller's eye, but we got to play on. So the big thing is Willard's got to be able to go to the next play here.
7 Allen getting treatment as the Flashes try to break the pressure. They do. And Robinson's going to the free throw line. That's number 5 on the Minutemen. And if you're Lex, not a bad guy to send to the line. Just above 50% on the year.
But he's been pretty good tonight. I mean, I think he's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 maybe. So big free throws here.
Husty checks back in.
And Beamer checks back in for the Flashes. So Cam Robinson with a chance to tie it. Oh, it rims out.
And last touch by Willard. Aiden Sloan pleading his case.
Willard going to that 1-3-1 defense.
Husty picks it up, comes right up top. Skip past Caudill. Backs it out to the corner. What a look inside, and it's turned away. Wow!
Beamer blocked it, but Fogle there to rebound it.
Big break for Lexington.
Yeah, big break.
Fogle now with 9 points. Mad Max loses his defender. Money!
And he got fouled. Unbelievable.
The third all-time leading scorer in Willard history, adding to the lore. And no expression. This dude as even keeled as they come.
Yeah, just they ran him off of a down, cut him through the lane and ran him off a down screen right back to the ball side. And as we've seen, he can not only shoot it off the catch, but he can create his own shot. And there, the closeout by Joe Caudill, just not on balance enough, and knocked him to the floor. And 7 Allen checking back in. So Max, pretty efficient from the free throw line for the year. 75%.
And he reestablishes Willard out in front. Here's 7 Allen.
They're man-to-man. Blocked and fouled. And a 75% free throw shooter going to the line, the guy you want.
So Max Dawson rips it away from Allen. Keeps it alive, and he gets bumped walking down to the other end.
Well, I think you were asking me who to pick at the beginning, and pretty tough pick, but I said if it's close, I like Willard because of that guy right there. Because he can make plays and has no fear of making those plays. So going to the line for two free throws, a chance to put the Flashes up by 3. And saw this a couple times. He's got that shooter's roll, which you probably deserve with the number of shots that he's put up over the past 4 years in the gym.
Cash money on the second. It is a 3-point game.
Let's see, Seven Island's been really good going with his right hand. And the Minutemen going to take a timeout here with just under 50 seconds.
So Coach Hammy still has 3 more left. 1 on the other side for Willard, who lead it by 3. And a lot of pressure put on him here in the frame.
Coach Hersey and Coach Bedingfield kind of upset with something with the officials. I'm not sure what it was, but both of them kind of giving him an earful here on this timeout.
The last 6 points of the game all belong to Max Dawson, a 4-point play. 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and what was an 18-8 run here in the fourth quarter by Lexington got a whole lot closer for Willard.
And Max right at his average. Well, he's at 26.2, so needs to get at least 1 more to get above it. But big possession here for the Minutemen and a big defensive possession for the Flashes.
Tons of comments coming through on our fan zone. I love some of the projections, predictions, and a lot of Flashes love out there tonight.
So interesting, they bring Shag in defensively, and I think he's going to match on Seven Allen. So Aiden Sloan is on Brayden Fogle. Cam Robinson on Elijah Hudson. High ball screen, to go under it. Seven Allen's going to go right to the basket.
Foul's going to come on the floor. Probably a smart one by Shag. Last one to give for the Flashes.
Yep, smart play there. Fouled him before. Let's see defensively what Willard does on the baseline out of bounds. It looks like they're matching up man-to-man. Probably need to get into Fogle's chest a little bit and anticipate a lob here possibly.
They'll sneak through a pass. Brayden Fogle, come on! Huge shot, we're all square. Lexington, I don't believe had made a 3 all second half until that moment there.
That's Fogle's second 3 of the year.
Waited for the perfect time.
According to the stats, he was shooting 10%. So I'm sure when Coach Bedingfield saw him shooting that, he was saying yes, but not the result he wanted. But again, you have a chance. You've got the ball. They're probably going to try to hold for the last shot here, and I would expect the ball is going to be in Max Dawson's hands somehow, or him or Cam Robinson looking to make a play.
I saw a prognostication coming through in the fan zone. Isaac Robinson with the game winner. So if that happens, I want lottery ticket numbers from that gentleman, whoever chimed in.
Well, if that would happen, I would anticipate it's probably going to be off of a pass by Max Dawson. But it'll be interesting to see what Lex does here. Do they come out in that 1-2-2, which they've had some success with, or they just match up man-to-man?
Love watching these sophomores, these youngsters for Lexington breaking the huddle. A lot of swagger right now.
And you know, one of the big things is Willard's been able to kind of survive. They still have a timeout left, and that's key.
So it's full court. Looks like man-to-man.
Well, and the big thing is Willard is in the bonus right now.
And Hughes very active with his hands out top here as Dawson off the screen down to 20 seconds. Want to get it back into Max's hands. They do.
Cam Robinson.
Two-man game up top. Cam to the rack. Pressured. Missed it. Brayden Fogle with the rebound. He's pushing. It's good if it goes for the win. We need more time here at Balogh Court. 53 each as we head to overtime.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
We've got extra basketball here at Ontario High School. The winner moving on to take on top-seeded Shelby. And what a battle between the number 2 and number 3 seeds here in the district. Lexington wiping out a 7-point deficit entering the fourth with a 21-14 frame to bring it to overtime. Brian Skowronski, Joe Balogh with you here courtside at the O-Rena. And man, what a lot of fun we've had here tonight.
Yeah,
two great games.
I mean, yeah, 4 quality basketball teams playing tonight.
Brayden Fogle, who was held scoreless in the first half, now has 14. He is heating up.
Yeah, able to go with his left hand, and it's just hard to keep him out of the lane with his size and strength. Oh, nice play.
Oh, what a look for
Well,
Beamer,
as
right?
he said, when they run sets, they look at 1 option, 2 options, and number 3 option. And a great job there on a little slip cut to the basket.
Now here's Fogle slipping by his defender and lays it in.
Yeah, got to try to keep him from going left, which is really difficult to do.
Yeah, how interesting. The 3 top players in the game, all lefties.
Yep.
Here's the supreme talent. Dawson's got 26.
This little high post rub action. Backs off of a down screen, now gets a ball screen in the corner.
Cam
Robinson.
took a little contact. He finishes it off.
Caudill might have been able to get that charge if he just stood his ground. He kind of started leaning back, and the official did not make the call, so we're tied ball game here. Elijah Hudson inside.
Foul on the floor, and I misspoke earlier. I thought that there were 14 fouls on Willard. That is number 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought also. So
have not had a missed shot yet in this extra frame. Both teams 2 of 2. Latrell Hughes to trigger. Fogle from the corner where he hit the biggest 3 of the night.
I mean, the big thing right now is Seven Allen is on the bench.
Nice take, but Hudson missed twice, and it's off Willard.
So again, another chance for the Minutemen here. Busty coming off of a down screen, not able to get it. And Hughes going to the basket. Short. Rebound. Aiden Sloan.
Just pops right into his lap. Well done securing it.
The Flashes have a chance to take the lead here.
Cam Robinson surveying. And if they can hold for the last shot, why not? Doesn't look like that's in the cards, though.
Well, they're just going to be patient to get the look they want to get, and Beamer decides to shoot a three. Not really the shot that I think the Flashes wanted. So will the Minutemen hold for the last shot now with a minute to go in the overtime? And Willard is going to go. Willard looked like they were going to go zone. Coach Hamilton uses a timeout. They get an additional timeout in the overtime, so they will be back to one timeout left with 55 seconds left to go in this first overtime basketball game.
A lot of back and forth action. Lexington with Allen back on the floor. He's a difference maker for them. How healthy is he with those cramp issues? He's had to exit twice, down in a heap on the floor. So it'll just be a 30-second timeout here. And under a minute to go.
Well, you see what the Flash should come out here with defense. They went to 2-3 zone there before the timeout. Let's see if they go 2-3 zone or man-to-man or 1-3-1. Looks like they're matching up man-to-man with Cam Robinson matched on Fogle, Max Dawson matched on Seven Allen.
Max slips by the screen from Husty, who comes back out to center court. Minutemen want to run some clock.
Yeah, it looks like the Minutemen are going to look to get the last shot in this overtime. So the key thing is, can they take care of the basketball for the next 25 seconds and get the shot they want? Fogle with the basketball here. Let's see if they try to clear things out. Ball's in Seven Allen's hands.
Everyone rising up to their feet now. Fogle's been the star in the second half.
Can't let him go left.
In between mid-range, and he knocks it down! There should still be about a second and a half on the clock. Joe Bedingfield was asking for a timeout. But Brayden Fogle coming alive here in half number 2, and down the stretch, he's made all the big plays for Lex.
And again, if you're Willard, I mean, he made the three. That's a shot you're going to say take. On this situation, a kind of a runner from 15 feet, you're going to say take that shot, but have to give him credit. He's knocked down both of those shots.
Big time players make the biggest plays when moments are the toughest. And that's what Brayden Fogle's doing right here. 2 ginormous jumpers. Something that he's not known for. You talked about just 2 made threes on the season, half of them coming at the end of regulation.
So we talk about special situations. These are things that Coach Bedingfield and Coach Hershey have surely worked on throughout this season. May have never used them, but you're always prepared.
Can't imagine anybody but Max Dawson will touch the basketball if he's able to.
I remember years ago, 1.6 on the clock. And
oh no.
We got beat on a half-court hook shot, so anything can happen. So the Minutemen going to put the 6'8", Elijah Hudson on the basketball. And let's see what happens here. And Lexington going to call a timeout as they see what Willard sets up in. Let's see if the Flashes change their look at all here.
They were going to allow Max Dawson, or at least it looked like they were just going to show him call a timeout no matter what.
Yeah, I think, that's a lot of times what you try to do. is see what setup they're in, and then, you know, maybe through scouting you've seen them do something, or you've seen, you know, a team run a certain play out of this. I mean, big thing right now here is if you're Lexington, you do not want to foul. But you're going to be anticipating some type of screening action to probably try to get Max Dawson maybe one dribble, maybe two, to get a shot off. And now Lexington backs all the way up to half court.
Yeah, playing prevent defense as Dawson ran over. And Coach Bedingfield called the timeout, but that certainly looked like a foul to me. What more you want?
I have no idea how that's not a foul. I have no idea how that's not a foul.
So referees don't like to make calls down the stretch that would affect games.
I mean, great play design. Kind of lost for words there, because I just saw a high school game about 3 weeks ago. They ran the same play and they made the call.
Coach Bedingfield drawing up the perfect design. Elijah Hudson took the bait. He truck stopped him.
Yeah.
And he would have been fouled out too.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
So now Willard, a much different look. They've got everybody about 75 feet away from the basketball. And they'll just lob it. Robinson with the catch, a shot for the win! Lexington survives in overtime, 59-57. The party is on for the Purple Haze.
Great play design by Coach Bedingfield and his staff. Got a wide open look and just not able to knock it down. And as we said, when you come into district play, especially with the 4 teams we had tonight, there were 2 teams that were going to go home disappointed. Tough loss for the Flashers, really tough loss.
So Lexington, the number 2 seed, will march on. They get top seeded Shelby on Saturday. Brayden Fogle, the hero tonight, knocks down the game winner.
Yeah, Brayden Fogle stepped up big. I mean, you can't dispute the 2 shots that he made that made a difference in the basketball game. Tremendous.
We will take a quick commercial timeout. We will come back. We will hear from Fogle. Wow. Can't wait to see what that kid has to say as they march on to Saturday. We'll be back here in a minute at the O-Rena.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are EBERT Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at EBERT Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at EBERT Dental Group.
Enjoyed an unbelievable high school basketball game live and free right here on the OH Report. Thanks to contributions by these generous sponsors: EBERT Dental Group, general dentistry for all ages, and they are now offering injections and fillers. Susan FALDE, Coldwell Banker Realtor. You deserve the best real estate service, so let Susan list or find your next home or property. Call or text Susan at 419-565-3315 and let her guide you through the process. SCHAFFER, DANOFF, CHRYSLER, Jeep, and Dodge, the best selection of all three of those brands servicing the greater Willard area. CAROTHERS Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. 419-342-6841. MCREADY Interiors. They specialize in quality custom furniture and residential commercial interior design. And last but not least, our good friends at Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. We'll take one more commercial timeout. Joe and I will be back with some stats and analysis, and we will await hearing from our most valuable player, Brayden Fogle, coming up in just a bit.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Back now with our most valuable player, presented by Susan FALDE, Coldwell Banker Realtor, and the stud sophomore Brayden Fogle saved his best game for the second half in overtime. Scoreless, bro, at the half, only a couple of rebounds, very out of character for you. Tell me about the inspiration over the last couple quarters in the OT to get it going.
It's pretty self-explanatory. It's playoffs, and we lose, we go home, and I was not planning on going home tonight. That was one thing.
I think the scouting report would say that three, when they leave you open in the corner, let you take it, and then the mid-range J where you're a little bit off balance. So the courage to take both of those shots and then the ability to knock them down, take us through both of those.
Well, there's two big things that I would say played a part in that, and that was all the work that I put in that people don't see. I've spent a lot of time shooting shots after practice, extra shots, and I feel like that paid off. And second of all, just like last year's, I just feel pretty clutch in those moments, so that's what I do.
You guys are down 7 heading into the fourth quarter. You had to have a really big run just to get yourselves back into the game. Seven Allen was cramping up a little bit. He had to step out, and you guys, you did it collectively as a unit. Tell me about battling back into it just to force overtime before you even got there.
I mean, we weren't playing as a team in the first 3 quarters. That was pretty obvious. And once we started clicking, we were like, this could be it. Nobody wanted that to happen, and we clicked, and you saw the result.
This has been a special run for you guys all season long. You tie a regular season record with 20 wins. You head into the postseason. You had a couple of weeks off, actually. You wax Galleon, and then you knock off a Willard team ranked number 7 in the state. So just give me kind of like the belief of this team and how much it's grown from the very beginning of the season with this young unit and how much better you've really gotten from day one.
I mean, absolutely. I think a big thing that plays a factor in our success is our team chemistry. And like how we played in the 4th quarter, and it's something that most teams can't bring together as a group, if that makes sense, and we do that on a very high level when we're doing it.
My intern here just said that it was the best high school basketball game he's been a part of or seen in person. There was a lot to like about it. The environment, though, especially standing room only. Don't know that I've seen this gym that packed before, so to be out there with all the just all the energy, like, circulating throughout the gym. What was it like out on the playing surface?
I mean, it was obviously really fun. That's what playoff basketball is, and I feel like we just did a good job of embracing that and taking it for what it's worth, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a day where we look back on these days, and it's going to be a very good memory to have.
Well, you get to move on to Saturday's championship. Another date with Shelby. What a classic we got from you two last year in the tournament. How much are you now looking forward to round 2 with the Whippets this year?
I mean, I'm always looking forward to a good game with them. They always give us good competition. It's always a really good environment, heated rivalry, I'd say, at this point, and it's always something to look forward to.
Well, 16 straight wins for Shelby, but the last team to knock them off. You're Lexington Minutemen. What did you do in that game that helped you get over the top and knocked off a team that's, I think, the hottest in League 2 right now?
I think, like I said, it was the exact same thing we did this game. We just came together as a team, and we did that very well versus them. I don't think we necessarily played a very good game when we played them, but we found a way to play as a team when we needed to, and that paid off.
Well, 18 points, 8 rebounds, all those points and 6 of those boards coming in the second half. Congratulations. Huge performance for you to get our MVP tonight. Go ahead, look in the camera. Give us as many shout-outs as you like.
Obviously, shout out to God. He gave me everything I have, and I'm very thankful for that. Shout out to my mom, grandparents, uncle, all my family, all the people out there that support me. Couldn't do it without them, and that's it.
Brayden Fogle, your Susan FALDE MVP.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
4 quarters, not enough for the second half of our doubleheader as we welcome you inside the SCHAFFER-DANOFF post-game show. Whew, Joe Balogh, man, what a night here, and what a second game that we had. It looked like Willard might take this thing, and then through the heroics of Brayden Fogle, the sophomore, the Minutemen pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Willard Flashes, Coach Bedingfield and his team, it's this is the part of coaching that I don't love, is that you have to say goodbye to some players that have meant so much, and pretty much they did everything they needed to do with its game plan. And it took a monumental effort by Brayden Fogle to win this basketball game. And I think if you look at the shots by the stats, you look at the 2 shots that he made are shots that you're going to say, hey, those are shots that we would give up, because he hit a 3, which is only his second 3 of the year. He hits kind of a running 14-footer. But the other part of it is Willard designs 2 great full court length plays that almost won him the basketball game.
The Flashes definitely had a chance there on that last shot of the action, and can't ask for a much better look.
Yep.
A foul that wasn't called also on the previous out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of debate on that. But you got to give Lex credit. They found, they were down, I think, what we say, 7, and found a way to get the ball game into overtime, and then just found a way to win it. And as I said, maybe the first game, many times when teams make tournament runs, is you play a game where you don't play real well, which is kind of what Shelby did tonight, found a way to win. And then you kind of have a game where you're just kind of lucky to win. And I think Lex might fall into the category of lucky game to win tonight, because they didn't play their best and had a kind of a few things just kind of go their way that that you would not necessarily expect in this basketball game. But it's going to be a great matchup on Saturday night. Shelby versus Lex in a rematch of Shelby lost at Lex, I believe, by 4 in a very, very tight game. And you have Alex Brescotter coming off of a game that he didn't play very well, so it'll be interesting to see how he bounces back and plays on Saturday night.
Already looking forward to that one, and we'll have it for you live and free right here on the OH Report. The top 2 teams in the district, we get chalk, and we had, I think, probably the 4 best teams all here tonight, Joe, and we got 2 quality basketball games.
And we said, the sad part is I think you put any of those teams in the other 2 Northwest districts, they probably would be the favorites to win those districts. So actually, you probably had the quality of teams. You had 4 teams that were regional deserving teams in this game tonight.
So for Willard, they wrap up, what a great stretch with Max Dawson, one of the 3rd all-time leading scorer, over 1,900 points. He went over that milestone here tonight, so they'll lose him. Obviously, Cam Robinson as well. It's going to be a much different looking team moving forward, and a lot of memories, of course, made over these last few years.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Max Dawson and Cam Robinson. They've inspired a lot of younger players in Willard, much like Nick Dials and Jimmy Langhurst, that whole line of players that you could go back to. And Coach Bedingfield kind of he has that going again. So they could be down maybe a little bit next year, but don't be surprised that if within a couple years that they're right back here playing again, because he's got those kids in the gym with a great work ethic, and that's what it takes to establish a program like Willard has had for many years and continue that tradition.
Made a run to the regionals back in 2019. Didn't get to a district championship during the Dawson era, but man, what a career he and of course Robinson had.
Yeah, he has had an outstanding career. But again, give credit, a lot of credit to Lexington and Coach Hamilton. Found a way to win, and now you're in a district championship game with the chance to be one of the final 16 teams in the state. Right now, you're one of the final 32 teams in Division II.
That's right. Well, we've got plenty of action still coming up live and free tomorrow night for you guys, and then we'll be back here on Saturday for the championship game here at the court, named after this gentleman to my right. But that is going to wrap up our coverage for what was an outstanding double dose of high school basketball here at Ontario. Couldn't have done it without our generous sponsors, EBERT Dental Group, CAROTHERS Pest Control, SCHAFFER DANOFF, MCREADY Interiors, Mechanics Bank, and Susan Falde A. Coldwell, Banker Realtor. Thank yous as well to our amazing staff here on the OH Report, our two camera guys here tonight. Well, camera guy and camera lady, Jory Hollenbeck and Brandon Powell, bringing you all the shots in the action. Adam Thompson, our director, producer extraordinaire. Jack Ritchie, our intern, switching the cameras. I'm Brian Skowronski for Joe Balogh, saying thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow for more live streams. So long for now.